So we're here with our two new middle distance national champions, Niall Cornyn and Hilary Hughes. Hilary is our defending champion, and Niall Cornyn, this is Niall's first national title. Niall, we're going to talk to you first. Tell us, how does it feel? You have had a lot of podiums at national champs level, and this is your first victory.
Yeah, like I've already said before, like I've come like second place 3 times in the national duathlon champs, and just to come out, especially this is my first middle distance race, to come out with the win is it's pretty fantastic. Like I can't, so it's chuffed.
Yeah, and you had a really good swim, I thought, and you were only about a minute off the leaders on the bike. Like, tell us, what was your kind of race strategy?
To be honest, it wasn't really a comprehensive race strategy. Like swim was just like, don't blow up, just keep steady pace. And yeah, like when I heard I had a minute deficit out of the water, I was there like, someone's got this wrong. It must be at least like 3 minutes. But yeah, and then I had burned out a quick T1, and then onto the bike. Bike was pretty solid. The last 20k you could feel the effects of it a bit, but yeah, overall really solid on the bike. And then T2 was grand, had a quick T2, and then onto the run and just trying to show my strengths really.
Yeah, you did a 78-minute run, is that right?
I think it was 75. I don't
75?
know.
Okay, that's exceptionally quick.
Yeah, like I went through 10k in like 34:30, but I think the 17 or 18k mark I just absolutely blew up, and I was there like, just get me home, I need to go. So yeah, when I saw that blue carpet, I was there like, it's over, I've got this.
Yeah,
I'm an national champion. So
yeah, and a comprehensive victory at that. I mean, it was more than 5 minutes, well in excess of 5 minutes at the end.
Yeah, like I think someone shouted me, I think it was been a minute and a half and 2 minutes on him, and I caught him around 4k in, so from there it was just kind of damage control. But I was half trying to see if I could get Brian's time, but unfortunately that wasn't to be this year. So maybe next year. I might get it next year.
It's always good to have an ambition for next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Hilary, you came into this race as the defending middle distance national champion from 2019, since we've no middle distance champs last year. You were probably the overwhelming favourite, but you know, you didn't come out of the water maybe as far up as we thought you might.
No, definitely not. And I didn't feel necessarily that I was the overwhelming favourite either. You never know, any given race, you can never take it for granted. So yeah, I like to give myself a difficult time by coming out of the water a little bit far back, but then it's time to get to work on the bike, so it's my go-to.
You took the lead, was it about halfway through the bike? You caught Catherine's hands?
I'm not entirely sure actually when I got her, to be honest. I just kind of was head down and pedaling hard.
Yeah. And did you ride to like a power plan, or did you go by feel, or
no.
Give us a little bit of info.
I rode to speed really. I always just try and keep my average speed as high as possible. So, you know, where you might have a headwind, I'd probably ride a little bit harder there, or if there was some very slight little gradients, you know, I'd make sure that I'm trying to maintain as much speed there as possible, and then in the downhills you might ease off a little bit. So yeah, I'm always just trying to keep my average speed high as opposed to looking at power.
You looked really comfortable at the run. You've been doing Ironman training, so I guess a half distance run is probably pretty not easy for you, but it's well within your kind of comfort zone.
Yeah, do you know, I actually thought, I was like, you know, it's half a marathon, it's going to be so much easier, but it was hard enough, you know. I guess you're trying to pick up your pace a little bit, maybe go a little bit faster than your splits for the longer distance. So yeah, I just tried to keep on it, and yeah, it was fine.
And I know you won your age group at Ironman Lanzarote, and you qualified a slot for Kona.
Yeah. Which
tell us about that. Are you going to take it up, and what are the plans?
Yeah, so I was really delighted with that race. It was one of those where it all comes together. So that was great. I'm hoping to. I have a very ambitious plan, which is to try and do the 70.3 World Champs, which are on in Utah in September, and then go from there to the full distance Ironman champs in Hawaii. I figure once I'm over that side of the world and that I've got the qualification for both, I should make the most of it, a once in a lifetime opportunity. So yeah, fingers crossed I can make it happen.
Absolutely, great. Well, that's our defending champion, so 2-time national champion in middle distance, Hilary Hughes and Niall Cornyn. Thank you guys.
Thanks
Cheers.
a million.